Hello, good people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. We are quite excited to have you again. Governor Umahi, who is one of the Igbo presidential candidate, has taken a swipe at so many presidential candidates. You know, the issue of age has been a concern, and he has made a very strong statement. Though he says, I don't have anything in my mind, but we know that he's referring to some people about the issue of age and the issue of leaving Nigeria for younger people. You're going to see the perspective he's coming from. And also in another news, the same Ebonyi state has sent a very strong warning to all the residents and all those who are traders in Ebonyi state in respect to IPOP sit at home tomorrow. For them, they don't understand that language, sit at home. Get to hear the punishment that will be meted out to those who will obey sit at home. But before we give you full details of these two news, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our video. Presidential hopeful and Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi says politicians in Nigeria should have retirement age and not pursue money till the end of their stay on earth. The 58-year-old governor spoke on Monday when he featured as a guest on Channel Television Sunrise Daily program monitored by us. Umahi said, in this country, I find it very funny for people at certain age in this country that are still fighting so hard for money. I thought that at certain age, we should be making efforts to reconcile with God and be grateful to Him for the opportunity given to us. So it is important that we begin to engage and say, look, even if you are successful and your children are not successful, then you are not successful. We must let people know the true meaning of life. Nobody goes to the grave with this money, but it is your legacy that will speak for you, speak for your children, and for your generation. This is the kind of engagement that we need to do so that people will understand that everything is not about money and that every position given to us by God as leaders, God will ask us for accountability for what we did with such position. When asked to throw light on those he said were concerned about money, Umahi said, what I mean is that in this country, there is no age limit by which we can say we have retired. We tend to be pursuing money till the end of our stay on earth in Nigeria. I am not just talking about political leadership generally. At a certain age in life, you should be able to say, I need to retire and give opportunity to your children. It cut across all areas of life. Ask further if there was anyone running for president alongside himself who should retire and allow the children to take over the governor. The governor said, not in my mind at all. Wow. It has earlier been reported that Umahi visited the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, on January 11, 2022 in Aso Rock and informed the 79-year-old former military leader of his decision to run for presidency in 2023. His declaration came a day after 69-year-old All Progressive Congress national leader Bola Ahmed Tinubu also visited the president in Aso Rock and announced his lifelong presidential dream. Speaking on the television program on Monday, Umahi said announcing his presidential admission at Aso Rock some 24 hours after Tinubu was only coincidental and not planned. Umahi defected from the People's Democratic Party to the ruling APC in November 2020 amidst rising clamor for the Southeast Zone to produce the next president of Nigeria. Aside from Tinubu and Umahi, several presidential hopefuls have emerged in the last few days, including media personality Dele Momodu, former secretary to the government of the Federation, Pius Pius, former governor of Abia State and majority whip of the Senate, Senator Ojuso Kalu, former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Kingsley Moghalu, among others. A few northern politicians have also expressed interest over the presidential post. Meanwhile, in another development, Dave Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State, has warned that residents of the state who comply with the sit-at-home order by the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB on Tuesday will be severely punished. IPOB has given a directive that there will be boycott of business activities tomorrow, being Tuesday, as its leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appear at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Reacting, the State Commissioner for Market and Parks, Nwachukwu Eze, urged leaders of market to ensure shops, store and business centers are open and active for commercial purposes. Eze vowed to mete out severe punishment for those who fail to open for business in Ebonyi State. According to Eze, all markets and park leadership in Ebonyi State are by these announcements directed to ensure that markets are open for business on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The state is not in any way part of the sit-at-home order by IPOB. Please note that strict compliance to these directives is very important, as failure to do so will attract severe punishment. Those were the words of the commissioner, and this has attracted a lot of reactions. Someone here says, Ebonyi State is always proving very tough. When we get our Biafra, we will deal with you guys squarely. Another one here says, can't you just do this for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Let us not cause issues in this state again. Another person here says, how many prisons will the megalomaniac drive build to accommodate his victim? Of what use is an open market without buyers? Another one here says, I refuse to give up hope. I pray the Most High will bring out the Igbo man or woman that the South and Middle Belt can rally round. The Igbo candidates that will be committed to restructuring to stroke devolution of power and replacing the fraud called 1999 Constitution with a We the People Constitution or a peaceful dissolution of the Union. So many other reactions coming in. But then let's look at the issue of setting up a retirement age for those who have stayed in power for so long. I think this is overly important so that we don't end up allowing advisors to become leaders. I mean, there's a particular age you get to and you just have to, take a walk, throw in the white towel. Just allow it to flow that way. It's not a must that everybody must be president. It's not a must that you must always lead. The worst thing that can happen to this country is someone who have sworn to be a president to be in that post, because all what that interests his mind is just to be the president, to be that name president, to see himself interacting and representing Nigeria as the president of Nigeria, but does not really have any plan for the country. That is the worst state we will find ourselves. Some people say, I have hustled, I have worked, I have done this, I am this, I am that. For that reason, I deserve to be in that position. I have raised people. Those things, for me, it makes no sense. I have paid my dues. I have to be the president of this country. Have you ever retrospect the suffering Nigerians have passed through and look at your capacity, your health capacity, your mental capacity? Can it take it? How can young men enter into presidency and the next thing before they go, white hair is everywhere. You see them, they are looking very stressed. And then an old man will now go into president. What will happen? Some of them, when they go in there, they have people who will have to talk to them and, let them understand, man, this thing, you don't have to die, being a leader of Nigeria. Just take it easy. Just take it easy. Things are happening. You're telling him to take it easy. Why? Because his long-term ambition has been fulfilled. So whether the people leave, whether they die, whether the people are suffering, whether they are not suffering, they are not interested. Nigeria must not make this mistake. I think for now, I stand with Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi on this issue. I'm telling you, I stand with him, because people must come to a point where they have to leave the ring for other people, younger people who have capacity, who have leadership quality, who have seen the burden, the suffering, the trouble, the menace in Nigeria, and they are eager to proffer solution. You see it in their eyes. You see it in their zeal. Everything they are doing is to see how they can salvage the country from the desperate position it is. That is what we want. We are not looking for people who will say, I've been waiting for this opportunity. Finally, he has come. Hey, I'm now the president. My name is now the president and all of. That's not what we are looking at. Now look at what is happening in the north. If that will not even cause people to think twice, look at what is happening in the northern part of the country. We wake up and we hear, stories that, it can affect your sanity. You understand? And you're like, what kind of country is this? Why is it that there are no people to salvage us from this situation? And then we still want to repeat the same mistake? I think at this point, Nigerians should say, if you are up to this age, mbano, no matter who you are, even if it means for us to give you a half plot in the presidential listing for you to just sleep there, we'll give you. But for you to sit in that position, mbano, you cannot. Or possibly, Nigeria should think of having two presidents, the old age president and the young age president. The young age will now, be running the show, and the other one will just sit somewhere, be fanning himself for fulfilling his lifelong dream of becoming the president of Nigeria. Because problems need to be solved in this country, and there shouldn't be any form of sentiment. Nigeria has grown. 1960 was when we had our independence, and up till today, we cannot boast of anything reasonable, ranging from infrastructure down to electricity, down to, good access road, pipe-borne water. We are still talking about cholera in Nigeria. We are still talking about people defecating and just throwing it anyway because there are no, toilets and all of that. We are still seeing our young people, traveling outside of the country to look for jobs. We're still seeing our medical personnel being invited out of the country. Why? Because the government cannot even pay them good money. Haba, we need to correct this ill. I stand with him.